Okay, let's unpack this. Today we're doing a deep dive into, well, basically consumer vigilance. We're using the AirView Pro 4 triple camera drone as our main case study here. Now, this thing promises professional level power, all this next-gen tech, but they also claim it's easy enough for, any beginner to just pick up and fly.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here really is that core sales pitch. It's incredibly bold. They're talking a 100 megapixel triple camera, 6K video capability, and get this, a 51-minute flight time. That's huge. But we're going to walk you through pretty quickly how this whole narrative, while it sounds amazing, it basically shows every classic red flag you see in online sales.
Exactly. Let's start right where the sources point us. Those immediate pressure tactics. You see warning sign number 1 straight away. They're pushing this massive, almost unbelievable 50% discount. And it's paired with those urgency phrases like, grab yours now before stock runs out.
What?
You almost feel pushed to click buy right then.
Well, sales are common, sure, but you raise a good point. When you combine it with that kind of forced scarcity, it stops being just marketing and feels more like high-pressure stuff. It's really designed to stop you doing that crucial next step.
Which is?
Checking the photos. Our source flags this big time. The product images on their site, they look like generic stock photos, or worse, maybe copied directly from other competitor sites.
And if they can't even show you a real picture of the drone they're actually selling.
Yeah.
That's a fundamental issue, isn't it? It speaks to integrity. But okay, say the imagery is shaky. The feature list is where things get, frankly, a bit bizarre for a drone supposedly for beginners and at this price.
That's the critical disconnect, yeah. For a product supposedly aimed at, entry-level users, those specs are just astronomical. When they claim 6K video on something this cheap, you kind of know it's probably not a true 6K sensor.
So what is it then?
It almost certainly means interpolation. Basically, taking a lower resolution image and digitally stretching it. So the video you get isn't really 6K in quality, it's just, well, it's over-the-top marketing language, designed to make it sound way more valuable than it is.
And speaking of inflated value.
Yeah.
What about the mention of LAR sensors? That sounds very technical, very impressive.
Oh, yeah. That's LiDAR acoustic ranging. For anyone not familiar, that's highly sophisticated tech. It's expensive. Seeing that listed on a supposed beginner drone, that's a huge cost anomaly. It strongly suggests just a placeholder term, maybe non-functional.
Just thrown in because it sounds advanced.
Pretty much. It adds to that inflated perception of value.
Okay, so inflated value, possibly made-up specs. That seems to be the pattern, especially when we look at the social proof. The company boldly claims, what was it, over 10,670 happy customers.
That number just feels like vaporware. It sounds great, right? Until you actually try to verify it. And the reality check in our sources is pretty stark. Searching independent review sites, like Trustpilot.
Let me guess.
0. Zip. Nada. No reviews found anywhere reputable. That strongly suggests those customer numbers are just fabricated, which is obviously a massive blow to any credibility they might claim.
And it's not just the customer numbers, is it? They also list these expert endorsements. Names dropped to give it some weight.
Right, but again, just like the customer count, there's no verifiable way to confirm if those named experts actually tested this specific drone, or if they even, exist in this context.
No real proof there either.
None that we can find. So putting it all together, you've got the high-pressure sales, the copied or generic images, vastly exaggerated tech features that are likely just placeholders.
Plus the completely unverifiable expert reviews and those questionable customer claims.
Exactly. The whole package looks really suspicious. Extreme caution is, I'd say, absolutely necessary before you'd even think about spending money on something like the AirView Pro 4.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If these foundational claims, the marketing images, the basic proof points, if they're so easily shown to be false or at least highly questionable, what does that suggest about the integrity of the actual product? The thing that eventually shows up in the mail, if it shows up. Here's something for you to mull over. If we connect this to the bigger picture, how much of what you see online, all these amazing deals and products, relies solely on your willingness to just rush that verification step? Skip the digging.